So I just finished watching That Which Survives, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't great either. It was mediocre at best, which, compared to what I've seen in the last several episodes, is a breath of fresh air. The basic premise of this one is that the Enterprise finds its planet that is supposed to be a ghost planet, so to speak. It doesn't really meet their scientific criteria. It shouldn't exist, and there's lots of techno-babble about it and whatnot. So Kirk, Sulu, McCoy, and some random character who's a geologist, but not wearing a red shirt, mind you, beam down to the planet to investigate. While they go to beam down, somebody else kind of appears on board the Enterprise, this beautiful woman, and she kills the engineer working in the transporter room. And from here we get two different stories. The first story is of the four guys down on the planet trying to survive and figure out what's going on. The other is the Enterprise all of a sudden has been shot like 100 light years away. I thought that was a little ridiculous. 100 light years, really? But alright, whatever. We'll forgive that. And that is the story of Spock and Scotty trying to figure out how they're going to get back and find the captain and the rest. Both stories work pretty well. They're not incredibly strong, but again, they're not really bad. And I think that's the overall impression of this. There were a lot of really great ideas that I think could have been developed so much more. There could have been more mystery on the planet as to what was going on, with more clues kind of being discovered, which would only bring up more questions. Instead, we get this random woman who kills the geologist by touching him, and then she goes after Sulu later, and he's able to get away, but he suffers some damage. And basically, she makes like all the cells in their body explode, but they look normal. I'm not sure what they were going for with that, but anyway, it was just kind of the meandering around the planet, not really doing anything interesting. It was just a lot of standing and a lot of talking, a lot of humming and hawing, no good dialogue. And McCoy and Kirk and Sulu, those three characters are interesting, and I would have liked to have seen some dialogue between them, but not much. On the other hand, the Scotty and Spock stuff, that was kind of interesting. We got to have some fun lines between the two of them. Scotty says that the ship doesn't feel right to him, and of course, you know, Spock is going to have issue with that. We don't go off of emotions, and Scotty's like, I know we don't go off of emotions, but it just doesn't feel right, and it worked. And Scotty does some pretty cool techno-babble stuff, trying to fix the Enterprise and get them back, because there's something wrong with the warp core and the matter and antimatter, and it's a MacGuffin, but it worked. And that's really about it. There's nothing else I have to say about this episode. I'm not going to say avoid it, but I'm not going to say rush out and see this one. So, that's all I got for now, and I will see you guys later.